You know what's brutal? Most guys start YouTube automation backwards. They pick a niche based on passion or whatever is trending, and then they green videos after work for 6 to 8 weeks out of the 9 to 5, and either the niche is too saturated, RPM is trash, or they just simply burn out by video time. So here's what we are doing differently today, okay? I'm gonna show you how to choose a niche like a business plan using only 3 things: supply and demand, RPM earning power, and whether you can actually create 50 plus videos without hating your life. Sounds like a good plan? Let's start. Alright boys and girls, so choosing a niche isn't about passion, it's about the strategy. So you can forget what you've heard. Passion is for hobbies. You are here to make money. And building an online business requires a different sort of framework, okay? We need the strategy. So the only 3 metrics that matter for niche selection in order to make a sustainable success is first for supply and demand, the RPM potential, and your consistency. So this framework is built on market realities, not feelings, okay? So if you master these 3 variables and you build a channel that lasts, then you can start making money. If your channel isn't lost or doesn't last for a long time, you cannot simply make money. And the first pillar is reading the market with supply and demand. And there are great AI tools, which I'm gonna show you today. But first of all, let's see the theory here. Because if there is high demand, that means that are tons of people actively searching for this content, right? And if there's a low supply, are there few channels already making this exact content well? Because if there is a low supply and the big demand, then there's a YouTube gap which you can utilize, okay? This gap sometimes lasts for only a couple of months, but if you are in an evergreen niche, then this gap can last for longer. And that's why lots of gurus are telling you to be in an evergreen niche, because there are trending topics which can uptick again years from now. All right, that's a simple hack. So the goal for us is to find the intersection of high audience hunger and low creator saturation. All right, so here's a case study. The AI video tools Gold Rush. There was a massive demand, if you remember, and a low supply, obviously, because this was a new thing. There are new tools all around there. Every week there was a new tool coming up. And so when an AI video tool first launched, demand was massive, and the few channels that jumped on it early exploded, right? Now the demand is high, supply caught up. The opportunity is still there, but it is much harder to stand out. Early market timing is a significant advantage. And now guys, let me show you one of the best AI tools out there, which is NextLev. You can get 20% off from this with my coupon code, which I left in the description, all right? Whenever you are looking for big gaps on YouTube, I will go for AI recommendations within NextLev. And what we are looking for here is a low subscriber count for the channel itself, as you can see here, and high view counts. And that means you may find a gap. For example, Escape Velocity have 32,000 subscribers, but 3 years ago, they could make a video with 600K views. That's a gap. That's a supply and demand position where you can start creating content if that's the type of niche you're looking for. Let's see Lawyer Wise Lectures with 27,000 subscribers. They made a video 3 years ago with 1.3 million views. That could be a good topic for you. That could be a good title which you can reposition, modeling the thumbnail, and do it again, making it longer, right? So instead of 11 minutes, you can make a video for 16 minutes, for example. And if you scroll through, you can identify big gaps on YouTube, even recent gaps, because these were a couple of years ago, which could still work. Or you can apply a cross-niche innovation as well. So you see something in one niche, and then you can apply it in the other niche. That works well. It works for titles, that works for thumbnails, that works for topics as well. But for example here, Ruthless Fight has 47,000 subscribers, and they made a video which achieved 1.9 million views. And that's what we are talking about when we're talking about gaps. And again, it was NextLev. Feel free to check it out, and feel free to check the 20% off coupon in the description. All right. So let's continue. Second pillar is understanding your earning power with RPM. This is super, super important. RPM is revenue per minute, so the amount of money you earn for every 1,000 video views, right? So there are two channels with the same amount of views. They can have drastically different incomes based on their niche. Okay, for 1 million views, you can earn $2,000 or you can earn $20,000. That's a significant difference, right? And this is the RPM reality. So not all the niches are created equal. Like in finance business, it's typically between $8 to $20. In tech, it's typically between 5 and 12, and gaming can stay in 1 and 4. Now, RPM is changing all the time because in December before Christmas, tech giants like Apple, they are putting advertisements on YouTube, right? And the RPM is high because they're paying a lot. Obviously, in May time, it could be lower. But generally speaking terms, this is true. Now, pillar 3 is that your ability to create content consistently. Can you do that? This isn't about passion, it's about endurance. The best niche in the world is useless if you abandon it. So the key question isn't, do I love this? But can I make 50 plus videos about it without burning out? And even if you use AI tools, even if you outsource content creation, if you are not really interested in the topic, then eventually you can stop. That's super important with YouTube automation. And that's the high RPM burnout trap. So someone picks finance because of the RPM, but they have zero interest. Then 2 months later, the work is a grind. They are completely burnt out, and surprise, the channel dies. Right? Simple. So this is the 3-step decision framework I brought you today. You can brainstorm demand, find 3 to 5 niches where there is proven high audience demand. You can use Nextlev, or you can simply start searching on YouTube in the search bar, putting keywords into the search bar, and you can manually check through the videos which are popping up. Now you can analyze RPM. You go on Social Blade, you go on Nextlev, and you will see the expected revenue per mille for that given niche. A rule of thumb that in the US, in the UK, in Australia, so in the developed markets, if you do videos for that type of audience, the RPM will be higher because those people have higher purchasing power and they can buy the things which are advertised for them. That's simple. Okay. And then you can test it for consistency. So you can pick the one which you can genuinely create 50 plus videos for. Okay. But you could ask, isn't my niche too saturated already? No. So this is the most common question which is asked about YouTube automation. And it's not really the right one. Because saturation is a sign of demand, right? The question is that, is it crowded? The question is not, is it crowded, or whether you can do it differently so you can be a different fish in a red ocean. Of course, don't really do motivational content like I've done myself 5 years ago. But you can check the gaps on YouTube and you can make a ride on the waves there. So how to win in a saturated market? And this is the Mr. Beast method, right? Because there has been challenge videos even before Mr. Beast, but he didn't invent the challenge video genre. He just did them bigger and better. So no niche is too saturated if you have a unique angle or a commitment to superior execution. And your niche is not a lottery ticket, it's a business plan. So success isn't about finding an undiscovered perfect niche. It's really about making a strategic choice based on demand, economics, and your own sustainability, and executing it better than anyone else. And make sure to make longer videos. Now, guys, as you know, I've created tons of free stuff for you. I've even done YouTube automation calculators for you to see whether it's worth for you to do a certain type of niche. Make sure to download them all. But also make sure to subscribe to the free newsletter or the free podcast. And when you feel ready and don't want to watch all the 50 or 100 videos one by one on YouTube and about YouTube automation, then my web store is open for you for a limited time. We are accepting new people, and you can check the details, link in the description, and see you in the next video.